Why are these four quarterbacks that looked like Hall of Famers before this season all of a sudden playing so bad? Aaron Rodgers, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, and Russell Wilson, they have all either had very mediocre seasons or just flat out bad seasons. There are a few common denominators that I'm seeing here though, like that kind of makes sense that why they're playing so bad. First of all, they have all had some change of coaching in their offense of some sort, with Russell Wilson being the most obvious, getting traded to the Denver Broncos and going from a very good head coach in Pete Carroll to Nathaniel Hackett. Now being 12 weeks into the season, I'm not sure how great of a head coach Nathaniel Hackett is. He's been kind of iffy so far. With the Broncos coming into this year with Super Bowl expectations, and now 12 weeks in being 3-7 and having no first round draft picks for a few years. And Russell Wilson, which they gave so much up for, the Broncos are on pace to be worse than last year, and that was when they had Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback. Next, Matthew Stafford. His offensive coordinator last year was Kevin O'Connell, and the Rams lost him to a head coaching job for the Minnesota Vikings. And now with the Rams offensive coordinator being Liam Cohen, the Rams and Matthew Stafford have taken a big step down from last year, with Matthew Stafford looking like a shell of his former self, and the Rams being 3-7, which is last in their division. That is not good. Aaron Rodgers, who had offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett, the Packers lost him to the Broncos as we discussed earlier, and that just really hasn't worked out for either side. The Packers with new offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich, their offense has struggled a lot and just not looked like it has in the past at all. And I can see you going to the comments right now and saying the only reason the Packers offense has struggled is because they traded Davante Adams away and they didn't trade up for wide receiver even when they knew they needed one. And you're right, but under the new offensive coordinator, the Packers have just looked awful, and their expectations for the year have been nothing close to how the season has gone. And Aaron Rodgers has just had a very frustrating season in general. Finally, Tom Brady lost head coach Bruce Arians to retirement. Now, even though the Buccaneers are the only team on this list with a good chance of making the playoffs, being 5-5 at this point in the season is not what they expected, and they just had so much higher hopes coming into the season. Under former offensive coordinator and now head coach Todd Bowles, the offense has looked very sluggish, and Tom Brady looks nothing like himself. The Buccaneers are winning their division though at 5-5, and even though that isn't a great record, it still will probably get them into the playoffs, and that's all that really matters with Tom Brady. And that record is better than other teams on this list, but it still isn't good. So as we can see, sometimes it is a struggle transitioning to a new head coach, offensive coordinator, or sometimes just a brand new team in general. But before the season, we just assumed that they just all figure it out because, to be fair, they always have up until this point. With all of them having nearly the worst passer rating of their career, and Russell Wilson actually having the worst passer rating of his career, no one on this list is having a good season whatsoever. And like I said, we are not used to seeing these future Hall of Famers performing like this. All of these quarterbacks have had injuries of some sort, which is also affecting their play. Stafford is coming off of an elbow injury and surgery, and has also had numerous concussions this year. Tom Brady has had both injuries to his rotator cuff and to his thumb. Russell Wilson has had a hamstring injury that caused him to miss a game this year. And Aaron Rodgers has had a thumb injury that he's basically been playing on most of the season. The coaching switches and injuries are the ultimate reason I believe that these players are having down years, but that's all I believe they are, just down years. With these quarterbacks having a combined team record of 15-26, it is going to be hard to come back from, but I believe that they can do it. They all have reasons to believe that their prime is far from done. Brady and Rodgers both have age to blame. Russell Wilson, you could say that the only reason he was successful in the first place was because he was playing for a Hall of Fame coach and he was a system quarterback in that offense. And with Stafford, you could say that the injuries got to him and he'll never be the same again. And all of these could be true because in the NFL, you're never guaranteed another play, and that is just the reality. But me personally, I think that these quarterbacks are all just far too talented to go out like this, but that's just my opinion. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button down below, and also consider subscribing if you want more NFL content like this. And that's going to be it for now. See you next time.